it has been a wonderful day over here and over there. I want to appreciate that I've been seeing your comment all while, and we are telling you a very big thank you. My name still remains Adenijatare, and I'm here with my wonderful friend. Okay, always telling me sure and honorable to his name, but I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe it's because of safety issue of thereabouts, so that the other party or APC or PDP will not actually come for him because he's a public figure. Well, we want to talk about our wonderful Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, his friend, I want to say. We heard that actually he's back, and the so-called news is that the last one we talked about, the last edition, we talked about how we saw those campaign over there in London. And we were not sure if he went there for surgery or the campaign, because when I saw my wonderful friend, your friend as well, I want to say, he was walking so majestically well. Okay, let's just talk about his comeback. How did you see his comeback to what he actually went there for?
Well, looking at his return, let me say a very welcoming return. It looks so, everything seems to be rosy for him. Because to my own perspective, which we discussed last week, he has started his campaign from UK, and we all see it all over UK. Then we even see the saying that the Northerners elders went to visit him as well, and we heard them calling him My Excellency and the President, and so I believe after they decide to take all these agreements far away from home.
That's
so that people will not be able to know what they are playing into. But since we've been following this story for a very long time, we have had our prediction about all this thing alongside. Now, after he has played the card very well, yes, I think it's now time for us to come back home and reveal all what we have on the table for the people to see.
For the people to see is, my honorable just said, and a lot of things actually is happening right now to actually confirm he's coming back, actually. And when I saw that picture of him, I saw a lot of political athletes like, so to say, sorry to say that, with him. Now, the fact is what? Let us go into the political issue now that will confirm everything. Now, the first time we know that, as you already said, that he never said I was going for 2023, and so to say, he actually need to go to London to tell us that he was sick, that he need to do some surgery. During the surgery, we find some papers around London, the trail and everybody's supermarket campaigning about his presidential aspiration. Now he's back now. We know that due to Nigeria's zone issue, we know that at this time the next president should actually go to the south. That is from the calculation we actually see. Now, what do you think will happen? Because now the APC are giving the chairman to the Northerners and the presidential to the south. Which of the south will actually receive to be the actually next president? Is it the southeast or the southwest? Which one do you think?
Well, as we all see that majorly the Northerners are become the chairman. Now, automatically, based on the zoning, the presidency has to come to the south. Now, back to your question, saying is it the southwest or the southeast? We all know that there is no other better candidate than Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu coming from the southwest.
Are you trying to campaign for him?
I'm not campaigning for him, but now, based on what we have, let us be realistic with ourselves right now.
No sentiment, you're saying?
Yes, no sentiment.
Okay.
Fine, from time immemorial, I'm not a good rapport with Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu.
Your friend, of course.
Yes, but now he's my friend. Not, you understand? Just the way politicians used to say, there is no permanent friend, there is no permanent enemy.
Okay, I guess it now.
Now, at this moment, let us be realistic with ourselves. Okay. Who is a better candidate from the southwest aside from Tinubu?
Okay, now that you're talking about the southwest, now I know that the PDP actually are doing a touch lighting what is all happening in APC right now. We didn't know, with everything we are actually seeing on television and social media, we know that Asiwaju is actually the person that are actually going for the APC right now. Okay, to confirm that fact, the last visit was from the Northern Elders. And after the visit, we know that as well. He said, okay, now I can actually come home to actually kickstart what I've actually started in secret and to bring it to limelight. Now, if PDP actually having this issue now. The issue is about, we talked about APC bringing out Atiku, Tambawa and Saraki. And I said I prefer Tambawa to actually these two people. Because Atiku had actually come in before and he was defeated right before he go to High Court and appeal and all that. It still remains that he was defeated by our president, president. Okay, sir, fine. Now the argument is between these two people. They are saying that they want to forget zoning and they want to actually continue taking power after ruling for 8 years. What do you say about this issue about Atiku? Because it was Atiku and Saraki that in the picture. Tambawa seems to be at the other side. What are you going to talk about that?
Well, I believe at this particular time, the likes of Atiku and Saraki should try to take things slowly. Because if they decided to drag it too much, they might end up losing everything all over again.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Now, since for the fact that, as we all know, PDP, they are the one that started this zoning of the thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, you've started the zoning. The Northerners have worked from the PDP. They have been the presidential runner, which they lose to the incumbent president. Yeah. Now, what stops them from letting the zoning continue by letting the presidency come from the south? Now, but the question now is that PDP, if they want to be really sincere with themselves, they should zone the presidency to southeast, because the Igbos have been so loyal to PDP right from day one.
You know why? When you're actually talking about the Igbos, I just keep on laughing because right away, the Igbos not seems to be in the right frame of mind, and that's the truth. Because now we know that in Anambra they sold the house of Abda, which seems to be their main birthright over there, and there's a lot of pandemonium actually happening there over there. Now, Northern, a real Northern person, a Northern will not give power to the Igbo person. Reason is this: I know they can actually talk with the Yoruba person, but to give it to the Igbos, it may not actually happen. Why did I say that? Now, the issue of Biafra. Look at it. How will a person at that stage, they're not in power yet, but they're actually commanding the two, that even the federal government could not do something? Let us talk about this case before we go down to the Igbo issue. Now, Biafra, actually the law that about Kano giving order that every Monday they should all stay. Yes, can you imagine? They should stay at home. And anybody we are finding with video and clips that anybody try to do that, the person will be a goat's meat at the end of the day. What should we talk about that before we actually think about giving them power?
Well, I believe that there are a lot of things that the federal government are not really doing right, because if the federal government are really doing some things right, I don't think there should be an issue about these things. See, in every democratic nation, there is room for some set of people to want to leave the marriage, the forceful marriage. Yeah. So, but if you don't want it to be, if you still want the forceful marriage to be won, then I think you need to share the national cake without favoring one party than the other. That's the more reason why the southeast, the Igbos, so to say, have been saying that they are being marginalized in Nigeria. Because now, as a matter of fact, if you are looking at that fact that there is many uprising in the southeast, then they should not bring a presidency from the Igbo, which means what the Igbos have been saying about marginalizing the Igbo is true. Okay, now you can actually give a worthy person a responsibility, and that's the truth. Now we know that in the Biafra land or the Biafra agitation actually being involved the front corner, and we can actually give somebody of this nature this kind of big magnitude, because if you do that, especially you are telling them they should do anything, because immediately they get the power, the first thing they are going to do, they're just going to divide the country. Well, if you are still talking about that, then that means that coming down to the southwest as well, the agitation for Oduwa Nation is still there. The only difference is that Yoruba are not going violent.
That's the truth.
That is just the difference between them. Because right from onset, you know that, permit me to speak in Yoruba, Yoruba, we don't like seeing things getting spoiled. Even when we want to go violent, our elders will call us and say, come, you don't need to go violence. When you destroy these things, you know you people are the one working there. Now we can see that every Monday working free day is already what crumbling the economy of the Igbos.
And do you know one thing? I know that in times past they say about shoe and about that. But now all this about shoe now are getting more even closer to the foreign shoe that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now just imagine someone did not work on Monday. And they have to sell. You know, in a kind of economy, it's going to be going down. And now we will have a lot of trouble, and that's why Atiku and Saraki said that they are need to actually look into that, because when they get to the national conference, they actually need to trade open. And saying that in a nutshell, I know somebody is trying to fight for the interest of himself. And let us actually look into the next thing. Now, the first that I heard that the Yoruba elders, the kings, went to meet Igbo in Benin.
Yeah.
And they said that, I quote, that they should keep him there so that it will not be harmed. So now look at it. We know that coin has two sides.
Yes.
They have the head and tail.
Yes.
So from information we gathered that they are trying to do two things. They are trying to kill a bird with a stone. So what will you say about this issue? Because with information they said, the first thing they're trying to say, if the Northerners did not try to give the power to the south, they were going to unleash the Songo. But if they totally do that, they will have to keep this man there so that he will not spoil the reputation of them being the next president. What do you see about this fact actually rising up?
Well, many in every truth or in any lie, there's an element of truth. You understand? Now, because if something like that is not coming up, we won't be hearing this news. Well, one bashing yoso online yobo. The way at which you are doing some things in the secret, at the same time the secret is what is coming to the world, to the open little by little. Now they wanted to use Sunday Igbo as a pawn. Yeah. And sometimes when you think you are smart, you might meet someone smarter than you are.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah.
Now, irrespective of their plan concerning Sunday Igbo, I believe they should think twice. Because when you want to use someone as a prey, if the prey now come back, that is bushmeat. Is now running after the hunter.
Okay, now when the bushmeat actually run about the hunter, I actually remember the South Sultan. For that, let his soul rest in perfect peace. And that's why we're going to draw this curtain. And we are looking about what will happen in the next days to come, the next week to come, or the next month to come. If all we have drawn, we have been saying in time past, will actually come to the lamplight. But we know that we have been seeing some glimpse of light, and all what we have said will actually go to happen. If the power still sticks with the Northern or go to the south, which of the south? Is it the southeast or the southwest? Well, I'm going to drop the curtain now. My name is Sirimin Ademi Jidara. I'm here with my wonderful friend.
Ojumayo.
And we're going to be saying bye-bye.